It's throwback week here at footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an NFL Week 8 preview between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now let's look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with Jacksonville.
If the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to defeat the Green Bay Packers, they're going to need help from their defensive ends, guys like Austin Lane, Andre Branch, Jeremy Mincy. Those guys will have to play with some controlled aggressiveness versus Aaron Rodgers. You got to keep him bottled up and allow your inside rush to take place. Guys like Tyson Alulu, and they haven't been able to get sacks this year, and that's been concerning for me for the Jags defensive line. But let's go inside the lab and look at that offense to see how they can be effective versus the Packers defense.
The Jacksonville Jaguars will have to match up defensively versus the Green Bay Packers, and it's a very tough thing to do, but it can be done. Here's how they can go about doing it. When the Packers go to their spread set, you're in your base 4-2-5, your nickel defense, but it's important that these guys, these corners, do not give these guys inside release or free release. So they have to line up right here on the inside shoulder. You want to force this guy out this way. You want to force this guy out this way. That way you can turn on the inside and run with these wide receivers. Now all the action is here. All the action is on the interior. Your back is usually manned up with the running back. You have another guy dropping in the zone. You can have, however you have your coverages going, you can do so. You can also get aggressive if you want this guy to bring pressure and blitz. So now he can buzz out this way and effectively have him with man and have him drop back. So you can get creative. But I think the most important thing the Jacksonville Jaguars have to do defensively is the outside corners, both the boundary and the field corner, have to be in the face of the Green Bay Packers wide receiver, not allowing inside release or free release off the line of scrimmage.
Now let's move over to the Green Bay Packers and what they can do defensively to stop a weakened Jag offense. You're going to face a Jag offense that's going to be without their starting quarterback, their starting running back, so you have to focus on their remaining playmakers, which are their wide receivers and tight ends. Tramon Williams, Sam Shields, those guys will have to have huge days taking away the passing targets for either Chad Henne or Blaine Gabbert if he's healthy to play. If those guys play big, then it'd be tough for the Jags to move the football on that defense. But let's go inside the lab and see how that Packers offense causes problems for opposing.
The Green Bay Packers very tough to defend is the fact that they can spread you out, widens out your pressure, and also they'll be able to take advantage of the individual matchups. Here's how it's drawn up. You see, they love to go shotgun spread, and what could kill a defense is motion, because not only can they motion out the back, let's say they get the back out right here. Now you're going to have to make a choice. Either you're going to walk this safety out, or you're going to walk this backer out, and now they have favorable matchups. So let's say they motion him back out this way. Same rules apply. Motion him wide out. Either this corner is going to walk out, this nickel guy is going to walk out, the safety is going to come down, backer is going to walk out, and then now they attack this side of the field because they've effectively moved the free safety over. So you see where spreading the football field and utilizing motion can put a lot of pressure on opposing defenses. So what Green Bay has to come in and do, and I know I've preached, gotta run the football, but if they continue to spread out Jacksonville, even if they don't use a tight end and bring in an extra wide receiver, that still weakens the Jaguars defense because their third and fourth corner is better. Their third and fourth wide receiver is better than the Jags' third and fourth corner, which is why the Packers love to get guys spread out wide, out personnel the defense, and take advantage of the individual matchups.
I look at the Jaguars quarterbacks as being X factors. Blaine Gabbert, Chad Henne, both guys have to make sure they move the football via the air. You can't be one-dimensional versus Green Bay. And I look at MJ Dennings, the strong safety, in replace of Charles Woodson this week. He's going to have to be a force in the running game, as I think Jacksonville will lean more to Rashard Jennings this week. Now let's look at the personnel breakdown in this ball game and where the Jaguars can have advantage. I think their linebackers and secondary actually match up well versus the Packers wide receivers. They just need that defensive line to come to play down in, down out to provide pressure on Aaron Rodgers. I like the Packers in this game. I think the way they control the pace of the game with their passing attack, that puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses as it takes advantage of your third and fourth corner. And also the Jaguars don't get pressure on a QB, and that's what you need, number one, in order to defeat the Green Bay Packers. I also want to give a huge shout out to Packer fan forums and Jaguar fan forums for always showing football game plan support.